totally filmed these on the same day. I'm totally not ashamed by it. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon guys, and welcome back to my channel. Me and my planets of a glands are joining you today, hence why I've got my hair down to try and cover it. So yeah, I'm joining you with a video all about how I found out I had glandular fever, my symptoms before, what I'm doing to try and help it, and how I'm feeling. So without further ado, let's go with that intro. Okay, so the first thing I noticed was, now I was training normally the week before I found out. I just felt a little bit sluggish. I did an aerobic capacity set on the Friday and I was like 1 second to 2 seconds slower, and I got quite frustrated with it just because I didn't know why. I felt sluggish kind of all week, but I just put it down to hard work. So the week before had been really hard and that week had been really hard, and I just put it down to fatigue. Obviously it will have been fatigue as well, but so yeah, I put it down to that. And in the gym I was really struggling to lift heavy, and I couldn't work it out because I'd been lifting so well, but I was struggling to make the same reps. Now don't get me wrong, some lifts I was upping the weight and upping the reps and stuff, but a lot of them I was really struggling to up them, and I couldn't really work it out, and I just kind of put it down to the fact that I was just getting a bit stagnant in the gym. Like, I'd only just come back to the gym, so of course I was going to plateau eventually. So I just kind of put it down to that. Didn't think too much about it. My mood was really low the week, the Thursday, Friday of the week before, and then all through the week of diagnosis. And I was really down, really dark, and I felt like I didn't understand why I was feeling that way, and I felt really frustrated, and I didn't really get why I was feeling so down. And I just assumed it was part of my mental health. That video will come. I thought this one was more now. So yeah, that video will come, but I kind of just put it down to fatigue and having worked hard, and I didn't really associate how is one of my arms so much bigger than the other? Sidetracked. So yeah, that was the first thing I noticed, was that I was slightly weaker. Now obviously anybody who doesn't go to the gym or isn't a swimmer or an athlete, I'm obviously very aware of my body and how I'm feeling in certain situations, so obviously I was going to notice that. Now for anybody else, they might not have noticed that, but they probably would have been a lot more sleepy. And the fact that I was still training, God knows how, is pretty incredible. And then the Wednesday, the day before I got diagnosed, I had massive planets on my neck. Like, my glands were huge. No, it was the Thursday. It was the Thursday morning. I woke up and they were just like, it was like the night before I'd went to bed with no swollen glands, and then I just woke up and it was like boom. But the one thing I would say is, about 3 weeks before, I don't know if you remember in a video, I was complaining of swollen glands and sore throat, and I thought it was just me being paranoid at the fact that everybody was getting ill at that point. So I think that was connected to this, because obviously swollen glands, it's glandular fever. So I actually think that my symptoms had shown 3 weeks before, but I just hadn't realised. So yeah, that was basically how I realised. I then went to the doctors on Thursday and was like, I've got massive planets on my neck. And she was feeling this side, and this side isn't even that bad. and she was like, oh yeah, you're really inflamed. And then she felt this side and she was like, oh, he's a big boy. And I was like, I don't really know what to say to that. But yeah, so she took some bloods and they came back that night, which was really efficient. I didn't think you could get them back that quickly, but they came back before 5 p.m. and they were like, yep, 90% sure it's glandular fever, just an ultrasound scan just to be sure, which will be in the next couple of weeks. So yeah, I've basically got glandular fever.
Flashback.
If anybody comments down below that I look like absolute crap, please just don't. Please. So, yesterday, well, you guys will already know this, but yesterday I found out I had glandular fever. Still got good eyebrows, just saying. Totally not with it. I'm also doing this on my phone and in bed, and you can see how much I've sweated, and it's not the nicest, but I just thought I would be real with you guys. So that's a flattering angle, but you should see the amount of chins that I supposedly have. Boom, look at how massive those glands are, and then look at that bad boy on my side of my neck. So obviously, like any idiot, I went on the bloody NHS website and convinced myself that I was dying. So future reference, don't look on the NHS website. But I also turned to YouTube and didn't find much on glandular fever. So basically, I'm going to document what I'm doing to recover. I have no idea how this sits with swimming. Future Sophie will probably tell you that, or have already told you that, but I'm going to show you the steps I'm doing to try to get better. Obviously, as you can tell, I've literally slept so much and look like a hot mess. Yeah, I'm going to try and document it with you. So the first advice that people have been telling me is sleep it off. Like, when you're up and moving, your immune system doesn't have the entire chance to do its thing. So swimming yesterday probably didn't help, even though it was an hour. Please stop looking at the planet on my neck if you are looking at it. I have to completely rest. I've also done quite a lot of reading from my bed, obviously, about ways to boost your immune system. So natural ways, because I'm literally bored out of my mind, and I think my parents are getting hacked off with me. So they have crap paracetamol, like, why? Get the good one, which doesn't dissolve in your mouth. So yeah, I don't know when I'm picking up the camera next, but I thought that I would inform you and flash forward to future Sophie. So, I am the kind of person who's going to just mad research the heck out of this. So, now, what I didn't realise about glandular fever is you have it for 4 to 6 weeks before your first symptoms show, which means that I must have got it around about Christmas time, January time. So that's quite interesting. I still have no idea who gave me it. And before you say anything, yes, I know it is the kissing disease. And no, unfortunately, I have not been kissing anyone. I wish I could say that it was so-and-so who gave me it, but nope, I have no idea. Sad times. Okay, so, basically, what they're looking for in the bloods is increased, they do like a mono spot check. Some people know it as mono in America, I think. So they do a mono spot check, and obviously that came back positive. So what I found out was the thyroid hormone regulates your digestion, your basal metabolic rate, your absorption of substances, your heart rate, your blood flow, and obviously my heart rate had been quite high. For me, I mean, non-athletes it probably wasn't that high, but for an athlete it is very high. So that explains why that is. What was interesting that I found out was low thyroid hormone is associated with depression, but high thyroid hormone is associated with anxiety. Now, my mental health story will be coming, but I thought that was very interesting. And the hormone is stimulated by iodine. So basically you need iodine in your diet to produce it. So I don't know if the thyroid hormone has anything to do with glandular fever, got there in the end. But what I've been doing, so this is moving on to what I'm doing now, I have been eating more iodine foods just to try and synthesize more thyroid hormone. I don't know if that's any logic, but I don't see any harm in it. If I'm getting more cod, eggs, dairy, I'm gonna get something else from it as well. Like, that's what I've kind of been doing. Also, I've been on juices, so I've pretty much just been blending juices non-stop. I've had turmeric in them and ginger in them all the time.
Flashback.
Okay, so I've been reading all about turmeric and ginger and immune systems. So I got apple, lemon, turmeric and ginger, and I'm literally Missy Missy wants to be in it. And I'm literally just gonna down it, and it's gonna be absolutely rank. But hopefully it helps. If not, I'm just putting myself through so much crap for no reason. Just because they've got such good properties, they are anti-inflammatory and they're good for your immune system. So I've been on that every day, and just ginger and turmeric are my least favourite things. I think turmeric and ginger are like almost like Marmite of the health food world, and I hate it. Absolutely hate it. I hate that little spicy taste. I just don't like it, but you got to get it in you. Hopefully it'll work. I do feel a lot better since having it. I don't know if it's placebo, but if it's a placebo, I'm happy with that. So yeah, and obviously vitamin C goes without being said. Vitamin C to boost my immune system to help fight this thing off. Rest and hydration goes without saying. You need to rest for your body to chill, hence why I've barely moved from my bed, and I went home and my parents were absolutely hating me. So yeah, I've been on that, and protein as well. I would say I've been eating a lot of protein, but I've genuinely not been hungry. So what I've been having is Lucozade Sports, just to try and, one, it keeps me hydrated, and two, it gets some sort of carbs in me. I mean, it's not the best, it's just sugar, but at least it's putting something into my system that's going to keep me going, because I'm genuinely just not being hungry. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. So yeah, if you've got any questions, leave them in the comments below. Definitely I will respond to them. I'm not really doing much. It's very frustrating to be out of the pool for so long. I don't know what the open water season will bring. I don't know whether or not there will be an open water season. It just depends on how quickly I can fight this and get it out of my system. So yeah, I do kind of feel a little bit lost at the moment. I feel a little bit frustrated at the fact that I have no idea where my season's going to go, and I really did have big goals for this season, and I was working so hard, and I almost feel like it's kind of gone to waste. I was literally holding 40k weeks, and it just feels like what was the point in putting so much effort into something that's now, it's just gonna get lost, because I'm just gonna lose all fitness being out the pool for so long. But we'll just take each day as it comes. Hopefully I can fight this very quickly. I'm taking the steps to fight it as quickly as I possibly can. So yeah, please give this video a thumbs up because it really supports my channel. Click the subscribe button to see more videos from me. My mental health story is coming up. It is coming up. It's coming. Ring that bell so that you know when I've posted, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!